Wisconsin has another voice on the House Agriculture Committee. Freshman member Congressman Tony Wied represents District 8 in the House of Representatives, a spot previously held by Congressman Mike Gallagher. The agriculture sector was a focus for him while running for the position. I have Congressman Wied introduce himself for us today and his priorities for his first year in office.
I'm a kid from Ashwaubenon in Brown County. I went to public, private schools. During my childhood, I went to St. Norbert College right in the northeast Wisconsin area where I played football. There I met the love of my life, and we got married about a year later, had 4 children within 5 years in our early 20s. And I was always in my own business. I started, in my own businesses when I was a teenager. And ultimately, my wife and I, my wife, who was a school teacher in high school, actually a public school teacher, but needless to say, we ran our own businesses, which we were in the convenience store gas station business. We also operated Little Caesars pizzas and truck stops, and I did that for my entire adult life up until this point. We had the good fortune of selling our business 2 years ago, and so then there I was, empty nester. My wife and I, our youngest was off to college. We had sold our business, and I just took a year to, unwind our business and tie up loose ends, and through a lot of prayer, I just continued to ask, what is it that I'm meant to do, and where can I make the biggest impact in the world? And when the opportunity came to be able to run for this office with the resignation of my predecessor, Mike Gallagher, I knew right then and there that is what I want to do. I've always loved our country. I've always wanted to serve this great country. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, Purple Heart, and so went to work in February of 2024, and fortunately the people voted me in, and again, it's just an honor to be in this situation, to be able to help people in District 8. And, I grew up on my aunt and uncle's, going to my aunt and uncle's farm right in Brown County, and so I have a great respect for those that have been in farming, for farmers, and I just feel like it's the right thing to do to serve the great farmers in our district. Many of them are first, second, some are third generation. They are the driver of our economy, and again, it's just an honor to be in this situation right now, serving on the Agriculture Committee. What
are some of your other committee assignments?
So I'm also on Transportation and Infrastructure, which is another great committee for our district, and again, just looking forward to doing what I can to help our district and to help I think that's what, we're supposed to do at the federal government and at this level is to work on the common good of our country. And I think infrastructure, helping with transportation, whether that's highways, rail, aviation, waterways, we have so much of that in our district that, I just want to be able to really lean into that and help people right in our district with transportation and infrastructure. I was a small business owner, so I'm also very honored to be able to serve on the Small Business Committee to truly help Main Street. And I consider farmers, and as well as manufacturers and others, businesses in our district, in that category. So to be able to be on small business, to help Main Street America, not Wall Street, but Main Street, and that is District 8. And so, again, a lot of committees. I'm really looking forward to working hard and taking my entrepreneurial spirit that I've had my entire life and bringing it to Washington, bringing that good Wisconsin common sense.
As we get started with the state session, the congressional session, and we're already getting policy priorities from our agricultural groups for the next couple of years, any specific priorities that you have or maybe policy goals that you have that you want to share for us for your first year in office?
Well, here I am looking at this great hat that was given to me by our amazing chairman, G.T. Thompson. It says, "Make agriculture great again." And I want to bring the farm back to Farm Bill. And we have a big task here with the Farm Bill this upcoming year. I'm new, so I'm just getting to learn, the basics here at the beginning. But I was at our first meeting here today, committee hearing, and it is a great group, a bipartisan group, people willing to work together. And so I think the Farm Bill is first and foremost. Another thing that I'm passionate about is repealing the death tax. I think we have, like I said, second, third, fourth generations that are in farming. We want the next generation to take over the farm. And the last thing we need to do is tax all of that hard work, a lot of the equities in the land and things like that. So I want to be an advocate for that, repealing that death tax, again, to give people that opportunity. I'm also a believer in extending the 199A, that tax that was brought in by President Trump. I was I spoke at the Ways and Means Committee yesterday on that particular issue, a big help for farmers, which allows people to keep more money in their pocket to reinvest into their farm rather than just giving that money to Washington. And we all know what Washington does with money. They waste it. And so I want to be an advocate for that. Forestry is a big thing for me. We have 140,000 acres in the Nicolet National Forest right in District 8, and, there's $5 million in annual forest products manufacturing output. I want to be a proponent of that and make sure that we lean into that and help. I'm a co-sponsor of the Fix Our Forest Act and, making sure that we have good forest management and help the timber industry because they need help.
Because it's your first year in office, anything surprise you about Washington so far? I know it's only been a few weeks, but anything you can share with us about the job thus far?
Well, just like all of our great farmers that own their own small business, when you own your business, you're working every single day. But you can make an impact. You can, do things quickly and pivot and do what you need to do to be successful. In Washington, things move a little slower. So I've had to sort of adjust to, being part of 435 members. And it takes consensus to get things done. You have to work together. It's the ultimate team sport. So there's that difference. Being from an entrepreneur to being in the House, there's, just the day-to-day is different. But either way, you're working 7 days a week, which I'm used to. The other thing would be just getting around. I get lost almost every single day, whether, because you walk through tunnel systems to get from, our office to committee hearings, the agriculture committees in the office next to us in Longworth, so you have to take the tunnels over and elevators and to get to the Capitol. There's a lot of different tunnels to get over there. So just getting my way around, I've heard people say it takes a couple years to get you to learn your way. Oftentimes I just go outside and walk over because to me that's easier, and I love being in the cold. I think I'm the only one because it was 10 degrees here yesterday, and that's sometimes the easiest way to get over to the Capitol.
Have you met any of President Trump's cabinet picks? I know because you're on the House Ag Committee, you're on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee as well. Have you met designee Brooke Rollins or Sean Duffy for that matter? I have not. I've just obviously heard great things, and I think having Brooke Rollins, as far as USDA and Sean Duffy, DOT, I think they're going to be great additions from all that I've heard, but I'm looking forward to meeting them and getting to know them and, and making sure that they know that we need to advocate for people right in District 8 and for the great farmers. Congressman Tony Wied along with us as he gets started in his first year in office representing District 8. He joins Congressman Derrick Van Orden on the House Agriculture Committee. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Stephanie Hoff.